Welcome back to Foundation Physical Therapy's YouTube channel. Today we're going to go over how to set up a balance station at home just using a corner. Basically, this is what we recommend to patients who have balance issues, or if you find that you want to work on your balance but there's an issue with fear of falling. It's a very safe position you can get into, and all you need is an open corner at home and a chair. I would use maybe a kitchen chair, something heavier than this that you could lean on. And so what you do is you back yourself into the corner, right? And so here I'm completely leaning on the corner, and then I come off maybe a couple of inches. So if I fall to either side, I'm just going to lean up against the wall, and then I bring this chair in front of me. So if I start to lose my balance forward, I can catch myself here. So it's a relatively safe pace where you can work on balance. Now, before we get started, the easiest way to start working on your balance is just kind of feet together here, right? Then you can bring them closer, getting a little more narrow. Then you can get into something called tandem stance, which is one foot in front of the other. And then once you've done tandem stance and you become proficient at this with each leg in the back, then you can start to work on single leg stance, right? So the other things you can work with are, if your feet are stacked here, then you can narrow your base of support by crossing your arms across your chest. You can also work on closing your eyes, and that's going to make things more challenging. So the easiest thing would be feet apart, just standing, or feet together, just standing, right? Then what you could do is feet together, arms crossed. Then you could do feet together, arms crossed, eyes closed, and that's going to be more challenging. Then you would go to a tandem stance. You could do right foot in front and then switch to left foot in front. You could start there, arms at your side. Then you would go there, arms crossed. Then you would stay here and do eyes closed. Once you became proficient at that, maybe holding it for 10 to 30 seconds, then you could go to single leg stance. Single leg stance, you could do arms out to the side, then arms crossed, and then arms crossed, eyes closed. And then if all of those postures were really easy and you still wanted to tax your balance more, you close your eyes and then you turn your head, which is a lot more challenging. So all of this you would be doing inside this balance station so that you have walls on the outside to protect you. You can't fall back, and if you start to fall forward, you have something that you can grab onto. Now, if you go through those things and they're all pretty easy, then I would recommend getting a little foam pad like this. You don't have to spend a lot of money. These are, you can find these for $20 on Amazon or other online retailers. You can also go to gardening centers or big box stores, and they have kneelers for working in the garden, or even in the kids section, they have kneelers for if you're bathing small children. You want something that just has a little bit of a give to it. It's kind of soft. So I would put that in the corner, and I put it diagonal like this for a reason, because if I want to do my tandem stance, I could stand on it here. But then I can go through that same progression, start with just feet together, and I can go feet together, I can go feet together, arms crossed, feet together, arms crossed, eyes closed. Basically the same thing that we've been doing, and then all the way up into single leg stance. So it's a very useful progression if you're working on your balance, if you're recovering from surgery, if you just want to stay sharp on your balance. Even if you're a higher level athlete, working on balance is very important. So for somebody who's really feels like they're higher level, my challenge to them is to get a little foam block like this. Do single leg stance barefoot with your eyes closed and your arms crossed, and move side to side. And you'll be amazed how much you start to use the smaller muscles inside your foot and calf and hip that often get neglected with bigger movements, but are very intricate in making you feel stable and preventing some sort of overuse injury or bigger injury just because you roll an ankle or something like that. So just something to try out at home. If this is a value to you, I advise you to kind of check into our channel periodically and subscribe. We're going to have a lot of good information there in the future.